You're so camera shy. Mm. Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and I'm very happy that you're here with me once again for a pick a card reading. This one is an 18 plus pick a card reading. We are going to be exploring some saucy, erotic messages regarding what has shifted in your erotic sexual energy. As you guys know on my channel, I put forth the view that spirituality and sexuality are intertwined, so we can't have one without the other. When we feel fired up spiritually, we also feel sexually aroused and incredibly creative. It's almost like that feeling of being alive, or what Freud used to call the eros thrive, rather than its opposite, the thanatos thrive or the thanatos need, which was the push towards death. So it's kind of like moving towards the push towards creation, towards eroticism, towards feeling alive, feeling horny, feeling happy. So due to the fact that we've been having a mother load of retrogrades, very slow energy, a lot of planets in the sign of Capricorn to debut 2022, I was just really curious. A couple of days ago, I was just reading from my tarot book, and then all of a sudden this idea popped in my head. What has actually changed, and can we actually assess it with the help of the tarot cards? So I'm gonna ask them today, and I really am happy that you're here for this journey. Let's find out what has changed in your love energy in the past period. So I have here for you today a choice of 3 different tarot decks. They are all very graphic, sexually enticing. So we have here the Decameron Tarot, or the Rose Quartz Rough Crystal, for group 1. For group 2, we have the Selenite Heart, or the infamous Tarot of Sexual Magic, which needs no introduction because everybody has been overusing it in the tarot community. It is brilliant. And then we also have here Honey Calcite, a rough honey calcite stone, or the Romantic Tarot, one of the most positive tarot decks that I have the pleasure of owning, and one of the many tarot decks that was gifted to my channel. So thank you so much, crew. I love you so much. I cannot wait to divinate for you at your pile. Take a moment now to figure out which of these 3 options pulls you in the most. And if you've made your choice, then I cannot wait to see what has changed in your sexual energy. Let's find out. Hey group 1, welcome my loves to a pick a card reading on the topic of intensity, what has shifted in your love energy. This is for those of you that were drawn to this rough rose quartz or to the Decameron Tarot. Let's dive straight into it and let's find out what has been shifting, what is changing about your erotic energy, which in turn has a consequence on your spiritual journey. We have here the Two of Pentacles. It just popped out of the deck. Juggling. You're going to be entertaining more than one option. You're going to open up to the wide variety of sexual expression that is out there. You could even be having 2 lovers at the same time. The Queen of Pentacles, because you know your worth, because you love your body, and you're going to decide to exhibit it in more than one circumstance and more than for one person. This is not going to be a private viewing of one, but it could be a private viewing between 2 equally pleasurable partners. There is a feeling here that you're going to put on your red shoes, tap them twice, and fly to Kansas, and then fly back to the real world. And you're going to have a lover in the real world and a lover in Kansas, the imaginary fantasy world. And that is a reference to the Wizard of Oz for those of you that are not aware of that expression. There is a feeling here that I feel that some of you were shamed in the past for the fact that you were entertaining the idea that you could be dating more than one person, or that you could be sexually interested in more than one partner. And I feel like finally you're deciding to let go of that. You know, it's like you judging me, that's your option, but I'm gonna do me and I'm gonna live my life. A lot of you that have chosen this group could have a Venus in Gemini, a Mars in Gemini, or placements in Gemini that are really stirred up at the moment by Saturn transiting Aquarius. So bringing out your uniqueness, your individuality in your love life, no longer doing things just for the sake of pleasing the opinion of other people, but doing things because you just want to grab hold of your own pleasure, be the master of your own desires. It's a really beautiful energy with the Queen of Pentacles. This shows a very earthy, sensual individual. Could come off as a prude, but once you warm up an earth sign, it's a lot of passion and sensuality that can be unleashed. Despite the very moral, prim and proper, clean and organized exterior, beneath it lies a beast. And I think that you're going to get two specific options, distinct in the way that they look, but equally yummy and desirable. And you're gonna play a bit. You're gonna start dating them both potentially at the same time. And you're not going to feel guilty, or you're not going to allow other people to guilt trip you or to shame you into that. It's not like there is something difficult or bad that could happen in this situation, as long as you're open and honest with the people that you're dating that, hey, I'm gonna keep my options open until one of you wants to grab me, one of you commits. So it's always good to be open and honest. Clear, open, honest communication can save you a mother load of drama. In some cases with certain individuals, when you're open and honest with your desire to explore, they could take it very personally. Well, it's good to just block that person and not talk to them anymore, because I know it sounds a little bit transient, but if they cannot understand who you are, if they cannot accept your desire to explore, then they are not meant to be in your life. And you're saving yourself a lot of problems, a lot of heartache and trauma, potential trauma, from having to deal with an individual that wants to box you in, or is acting incredibly ruthless or possessive with you and wants you to do their bidding. When if you are a person in reality that is a bit more flexible, I feel I'm even hearing more fluid with their sexuality, go and explore. You do you, butterfly, okay? I wanted to say buttercup and butterfly at the same time. What am I getting? Some of you are going to explore with a cup and butter. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a very strange message. Okay, this is getting really interesting. Let's explore more. So let's find out. Yeah, I feel like maybe in the past you just had one partner for a very long time, and that partner mostly made love to you in a missionary position, and now you're like, I have only one life to live. I need to explore more than just that. And you're breaking out, you know, you're Breaking Bad, like the series. But from a sexual point of view, from a romantic point of view. In some cases, I'm hearing that some of you that chose this group might not even be interested in the sexual aspect. You could just like to date other people, explore the pool of romantic options that are out there for you. Because it's like, either you grew up in an environment that was very suffocating and stifling, and you're like, I just want to know, can many different people like me? Maybe you'll start, I think so. I think some of you are going to start dating outside of your class, outside of your racial group, outside of your religious group, outside of your age group as well. So you could start dating people that are a little bit younger than you or a little bit older than you. And you're just going to experiment a little bit. There is this almost like this researcher ethos that is being activated within you. You're like, I want to just test things out. I want to get an understanding of how people perceive me. And in order to do that, I need to just put myself out there, and I need to be open, you know? And I'm not saying here that you're going to compromise your dignity or your value. It's more of a case of let's just see, you know, if more than one person likes me, if more than one person messages me, I think for some of you this will be online dating. You'll get a lot of options on online dating, and 2 of them at least are going to be ones that are worthy of your time. Yeah, I think that it's just going to be this energy of, let's try things out. Why not, you know? What's holding me back? I'm only young once. Or you might feel young at heart, even though your body might be older. So we have here the 4 of Swords. It's interesting because this is exactly the energy of putting yourself out there and then taking a step back and resting, assessing. I think that a lot of you are actually doing it not for the commitment, not for the marriage, but you're just doing it because I want to like receive feedback from other people regarding, am I sexy? Am I desirable? Can I truly attract people of different kinds? I think some of you are even testing out your flirting skills. You're testing out having sexy conversations with strangers and seeing where they might lead. You could do this online. You could have some like sexy exchanges on social media apps, or you could actually meet in person, have a conversation with someone over dinner or coffee or a drink, and just try out, assess a little bit the energy, that magnetic energy that exists between 2 individuals that are physically attracted to one another. It's kind of like I'm hearing some of you are saying, I'm done with watching movies. I want to experiment on my own. This could be those Pluto and Sagittarius out there, you know. You guys are incredibly intelligent and you like to be very bookish. And I think that at the moment, it's kind of like there's this activation that's happening right now with fellow Aquarius energy in the skies, with Saturn being in Aquarius. It's like, this is it. It's my time. It's my time to get out there and experiment and see what I can do. See whom I can do. I like it. It's very fun. It's a very open energy, and it's a very brave energy, and that's what I like the most about it. Ooh, we have here the Death card blocked. So this talks about resisting a transformation. I think that some of you are going to take these bold steps, and I think that some people might proposition you to go back home with them, or, you know, let's have fun in a car or in a private environment, or travel with me. Why wouldn't you, you know? And it's like your initial courage will be halted. It's like, wait a minute, I'm doing an experiment here. I'm just going to pull my energy back, and then I'm going to assess a little bit. I need some time to think. I need some time to talk to my friends about this. I need some time to maybe binge watch my favorite series and understand what has this character been doing in a situation that is similar to mine. Maybe I need to listen to some PickACard readings. Yeah, calling you out, guys, in the most loving way possible. I'm getting a sense that, yeah, you'll be a little bit freaked out by this transformation, by the fact that the moment that you decided on something, you're bringing it into being. A lot of people are going to be sexually attracted to you. There'll be a lot of arousal, a lot of flirting, a lot of this like, yummy energy. You're not going to act on it though. I feel that very few of you are actually going to act on your desires. You're going to pull yourself back and reflect. And you're going to actually consider, what is at stake here? What are my wins? What are my losses? What am I risking? You might go through the whole list of, can I get an STD? Is this person safe? Will they kill me? Will they hide my body under the bed? Is this person married? Will this person take photos of me or film me and put me in uncompromising situations? It's like all those fears that we sometimes have in the modern age regarding having sex with somebody that we recently got to know are gonna flash through your mind. And I think that you're going to decide to kind of just entertain this sexual energy on a verbal level. With the 4 of Swords here, this is about mental energy. So you might just decide to go the safe way, which is using social media, kind of maybe sexting, maybe sending some images which don't identify you in any way, but kind of show some of your hot body parts. We have here with the Page of Pentacles blocked. Yeah, I think You're going to resist the physicality of your desires. So what is changing in your erotic energy is the fact that you're going to open up mentally to new possibilities in love, to flirting, to maybe even dressing in a more sexy way, to maybe even emphasizing some of the best parts of your body, but you're not going to act on it. This is not the time to act. You're not completely ready. We have the Ace of Wands blocked. And then we also have like a lot of the cards. Yes, a lot of the cards that are popping up. We have the Page of Wands. This could talk about an inkling of desire. It's like, I think I'm going to act on it. And then Temperance, boom. No. I'm pulling back. So there's all of the cards that I have here. I mean, we also have the High Priestess blocked. There's gonna be this tug of war, this push and pull that will happen between you, and I feel that you're going to choose the safe option. But nonetheless, I commend you on the fact that you're deciding to open up, that at least you're entertaining that aspect. Now let's see what oracle cards you got. We have here joy, music. I think music really gets you into the sexy mood, into the erotic mood. I think that in this period, you'll be listening to a lot of music. I think that a lot of you are going to escape in your carefully crafted fantasy world. Some of you that chose this group are introverts, and by nature, you like to escape. You like to be in this beautiful, detailed, very soothing, almost like a womb-like environment that you created for yourself, where you can safely explore options without getting into risky consequences or karmic payoffs due to the actions you're taking. So music can also help you alleviate anxiety or your fears regarding the process of flirting with somebody online, or it might get you to relax a bit more before a date or after a date. You got so many cards from l'Oracle de Fleur Nocturne, and we have here, for example, equilibrium. So you're going to choose a state of balance. You're going to choose to not rattle your feathers too much. This is Libra energy. So passion is not really your forte, so to say. I mean, you're going to try to bolden up yourself. You're going to try to be more brave. But then again, you're going to go back to your safe space. We have here as well patience. This is a process. So I feel like give yourself time, give yourself these leeways where you're like, I'm going out, I'm experimenting, I'm pulling back, I'm resting, I'm reflecting, I'm going out and I'm seeing what's out there. Somebody invited me, great, let's see. But I have this boundary, and I think this is the beautiful part about your energy. You have these healthy boundaries, and you're kind of negotiating at the moment how to destructure them a little bit, not to raise a wall that protects you from any kind of romantic interaction, but also not to give everything all at once and to end up being heartbroken or with all sorts of like even wounds or God knows what other things. So we have here protection. Yeah, you're very self-protective in the spirit. You see the mouse. Yeah. We also have here compassion. Yeah, I mean, I feel that you guys are very sensitive. It's kind of like you're testing the waters. You would like to find the great love of your life. When I'm saying this, my eye is itching. Oh my God. Maybe some of you are starting to cry, or maybe some of you have some eye issues. Some of you might have fallen asleep, potentially. I get that a lot with my readings. You guys tell me how I put you to bed, which is an honor. Thank you so much for listening. It's my pleasure to make you fall asleep very soothingly. If I can at least help you guys with your anxieties with the work I'm doing on this channel, then I'm very happy. I'm humbly bowing to this beautiful exchange of energy. So compassion, right? You want to find out who your soulmate is. You want to meet a person, and you understand that in order to do so in a practical, real way, you have to put yourself out there. But preferably, you would love to just find your boo and retreat with them in your safely created world that is protected and full of compassion and sensitive. You can share a lot of your things in common with this person. But at the moment, you're in this experimental, let me put myself out there and let's see if I can find her or him. Yeah. We also have here clarity. This is how you will gain clarity on what you like in love, how you flirt, what is your erotic preference, what is your type. Because you could even be concerned a little bit, what kind of person am I genuinely attracted by, you know? What kind of, maybe even gender? Do I prefer men or women? Do I prefer both? How do I interact? You know, if I go on a date with a woman, is it different than if I go on a date with a man? I think you're trying all these things out at the moment, and the push and pull process of you putting yourself out there, going on dates, talking to people, and then going silent for a while, going back into yourself, focusing on your own things and reflecting on what has happened. This is the process that's going to bring you a lot of clarity regarding your sexual power, your capacity to attract, your personal physical magnetism, what people find yummy about you. And this is ultimately leading to your beautiful awakening. We see the moth here, like a moth to a flame. I think you're a highly passionate person. Yeah, very sexed up. I think with the right partner, you can really open up and flourish from a sexual perspective. I think a lot of you are quite artistic as well. Yeah, you could be water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or you could have air sign placements. So that would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. You've got a very refined, poetic, very beautiful way of envisioning love and lovemaking and sex. And even though you can sometimes get really horny and turned on, it's never, the French word grossière comes to mind. It's never like rough, you know, and it's never like just meat slapping upon meat. It's like there's always something poetic about it, you know. And I think you bring in a lot of the cultural influences, the musical influences, the artistic influences that you see as a consumer of culture. So this is the reading that I had for you. I really hope that it helped. I hope it helped inspire you in terms of your erotic and sexual energy in this period. And I really hope to see you in my next one. Hey Group 2, welcome to a PickACard reading on the topic of intensity. What has been changing or shifting in your love energy? This is for those of you that were drawn to the Selenite Heart or to the Tarot of Sexual Magic, a classic already in the tarot community. So let's find out what has been changing, what has been shifting with all these retrogrades that we had, with all the slow burning Capricornian energy that we began 2022 with. What has been changing? What is shifting? Okay, we're already getting some cards. We got the Three of Swords. Oof, heartbreak. Heartbreak. Being placed in three-party situations. The Seven of Pentacles. I think that you find it very hard to let go of past pain. I think that you associate sexuality with pain, which is nothing wrong. It happens. A lot of us have unconscious sadomasochistic fantasies due to the fact that we live in the patriarchy, which is the system of dominance of men over women, and in general, a certain type of masculinity over a lot of minority groups that live in subservience. I'm not sure why I got into gender aspects, like into gender theory aspects with you guys. Maybe you guys are social justice warriors, or maybe you are actually studying towards gender studies. You're concerned with masculinity, femininity, and how these two aspects interact in the system of social relations. There is a feeling here that pain, there's a lot of pain I'm seeing here. A lot of pain, a lot of sadness, a lot of purging, being the third wheelbarrow in a situation, you know, being a person that is somehow not seen for their value, for their worth. A lot of you are even like saying, I'm done with sex, I'm done with romance. It's a very rough kind of energy, kind of decisive, and like you're putting ultimatums on your own happy energy, on your own capacity to be happy, to seek pleasure in life. Why would you want to do that? Why would you put yourself in a prison just because other people have been treating you poorly? So that's pretty heavy energy. I wasn't expecting to begin with this. It's like 7 of coins here. It talks about not seeing the fruits of your labor and you're frustrated. So at the moment I see that there's a lot of frustration, and maybe this is what changed in your sexual and erotic energy. The fact that maybe you were happy-go-lucky, excited, erotic, easily turned on individual, and now you're like, it's all doom and gloom. I don't see any rewards for my efforts. I'm just throwing in the hatchet. I'm done. I'm done. And I can hear some alarms outside, right? The police alarms. It's like, this could be a wake-up call. Spirit could be saying, if you're gonna bury your sexuality, if you're gonna throw a funeral for your erotic energy, you're going to start to move towards the death instinct, thanatos, which is self-destruction, which is extinguishing your capacity to connect with spirit, because sexuality and spirituality are intertwined. This is what the suit of wands, the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, demonstrate us. The fact that the flame that rises up towards the divine is also the flame of passion, the flame of desire, the flame of creativity. Fire brings us back to life. Fire purges us. But it can also burn us. Yeah, so there's maybe a fear of that. I'm not sure why my camera is so wobbly. Yeah, you're standing at the moment on very wobbly grounds, on very kind of like quicksand, and you feel like you're being pulled under. We have here the 5 of Swords. This is such heavy energy, my love. What's happening here? It's something that needs cleansing, okay? So allow me to do a cleansing for you, because this is like really sad. You're telling yourself such limiting stories in love based on how other people have treated you, which might have been just a lesson, a karmic lesson. Maybe you had to pay back some of the energy. There you go, my love. Yeah, so I'm cleansing your energy. I'm blowing smoke. If only my Palo Santo could continue burning. But see, even the Palo Santo doesn't want to burn. It's like a lack of fire, a lack of energy, a lack of spunk, for lack of a better word. Maybe you've even stopped pleasuring yourself. You've stopped using erotic energy to manifest. You've just lost interest, you know, and I can understand that, you know. The retrograde has been a particularly tough period, but it's now time to wake up. Wake up. I feel like it's important. I'm gonna do some sound cleansing as well. Your sex order is here. What are you doing? Open the door, receive it. So I'm gonna put these cards away. I'm gonna put this selenite heart on top of them. This is it. We're getting rid of this bullshit energy. Let's shuffle the cards again, because I don't like what I see. This is really depressing. Keep in mind that sometimes, you know, things happen in life, but that doesn't mean that you have to take them lying down and just like give up. You know, we need you. Get up, participate, and move forward with your energy. Good. I like what I'm seeing. Page of Swords. I think this is a lot about shifting your perspective. Incoming news. You will receive some good news. Some news that, I mean, he's looking at her booty, so this might be a booty call that is on its way to you. Okay. I mean, if you've been feeling a little bit in a funk, I would suggest just go for it. You know, sometimes we might need a good, you know, roll in the hay, roll in the sheets to just reactivate our energy. And this certainly has happened in my life as well, when I was a little bit down in the dumps and feeling like I was unattractive and yuck. And then all of a sudden an opportunity arrived. I went for it. I thought of it just for what it was, and I didn't build a castle in the sky regarding, oh my god, it's true love because I had a one-night stand with somebody. And it actually just reactivated my energy, and I was like, wow, okay, now I can work, now I can focus again, now I feel like I'm alive again, like I can take better care of myself, I can start eating better again. You know, there are these periods where if our fire is dimmed down, we feel a little bit like in the darkness. We feel cold. We have these shivers running down our bodies. The energy is just off. And this has to do with the suppression of your root chakra and your sacral chakra. That's the places, those are the energetic places in our body down below where we store sexual energy. And if there are blocks there, there will be blocks to your health as well. There will be blocks to your overall lust for life. And no, this is not okay. We shouldn't see this happening. So I'm really changing your energy at the moment. I hope you will appreciate that. I'm sorry for the tough love message, but I just really want to infuse you with fresh energy. We have here the Page of Pentacles. Oh my God. So, you know, the pages usually represent the whole court suit, usually represent people, young people coming into your life. One of them could be a Gemini, the other one could be a Virgo, and they might just want to party with you. Okay, so you've got options. We also have here the High Priestess, but you're going to decide to just be on your own. You're going to decide to be removed and a little bit aloof and still incredibly attractive. I mean, the High Priestess, whenever I think of the High Priestess, I imagine her sitting up in a tower like Rapunzel. And she's only able to show herself to an individual that is incredibly psychic or adept at opening her up in a way, like maybe perhaps by showing themselves in a dream that she had, so that she lays down a ladder so that you can climb up to her tower because she already knows that you're coming because she dreamt of you too while you dreamt of her. This is the High Priestess energy. It's very, you know, she's incredibly psychic. She's always 2 steps ahead of you. So it's very hard to get this lady to commit, to get this lady to open up, to get this lady to get, you know, naked and frolic. She's much more interested in studying, and she's very quick to cut the connection. We see it very clearly here with the scissors that she has there. I try to get my camera to focus, but it's not focusing. And I think the lack of focus on your sexual energy could be the big issue here. Now, we also have here the Hermit, and my hair is already kind of like electrifying in your reading. That's so strange. It's like wanting to pull away from the reading. The Hermit, yeah, the Hermit talks about a state of inner peace. It talks about, you know, I'm happy on my own. This is also the axis of Virgo and Pisces. Maybe you're overwhelmed with duty, responsibility. I feel like you also live a lot from your heart, and it's hard for you to move the energy downwards. Or you could have certain religious hang-ups. You might be thinking that, oh, if I'm moving away from my heart and I'm focusing on my sexual aspects, that's bad, that's the devil, that's not good, you know. And when in reality, it's about the commingling of these energies. Both your heart and your sexual parts can all harmonize, and when they all are in alignment, what beautiful music your body can make. Yeah, so it's all about that. It's about that beautiful loving energy, and try not to see things as separate, but rather as all, you know, like an Escher test, like a blot of colorful watercolors coming together. 1111 when I said that. So try to manifest something new. You've got the power. Don't tell yourself negative, self-limiting beliefs, because you're only gonna bring more pain in your life, you know. And I think you deserve pleasure rather than pain. What do you think? I think you do. I think you deserve pleasure. We have here the 10 of Cups, so this is good. This talks about emotional satisfaction, emotional fulfillment. You guys, you're the group that you need to have an emotional connection to somebody to actually get turned on. That's the problem. And I feel that at the moment, if you've been going through this yucky energy that we had at the beginning, relationship disappointments, things not working out, people constantly coming in and out or putting you in three-party situation, it's like, I just can't get wet. I can't get it up, you know. It's just, I'm sad. I'm in my room listening to sad music, potentially drinking some wine, and I'm thinking right now about Jeff Buckley's song Lilac Wine, which is actually an adaptation from Nina Simone's song Lilac Wine. And it's so sad, it's so sweet, and and bitter at the same time, right? So maybe, yeah, maybe you need to listen to that song, Jeff Buckley, Lilac Wine. It carries such a melancholic imprint, and I think this is the energy that you carry at the moment. But contrary to group one, you have yet to shift your energy. You're going to do it in the coming period, okay? I've already started shifting things in your reading. So hopefully this will help you in the process of alchemizing something better, something new. You see, I'm also playing with my hair a lot in your reading, which talks about these shifts, about changing things. Hair is sexuality. Hair is power. That's why people like to invest a lot of money in their haircuts. That's why we like to tend it and groom it, you know. You can have like a bad face day, but if you have a bad hair day, then it's over. So there is something here about, you know, sex and hair and feeling lush and feeling in your power, like in that power of attracting somebody through your outer beauty rather than the inner beauty. But here's the challenge. You guys are more of an inner beauty person. You focus on the inner beauty of other people. You communicate with people at the soul level, and you expect them to do the same without understanding that some people can just very happily live on a superficial level. They like mostly what's in front of them, the material aspects of life. So that is the problem, the quandary here that you're trying to carefully work through. And then we have the Fool. I see that you're going to gradually put the pain behind you, put these really uncomfortable situations behind you, because you're going to heal. And you're just going to move forward. You're going to pack your bags and walk on to greener pastures. And the final card that dropped here, yes, you are going to fulfill your wishes in love. You are going to be a bit more self-involved. I think that a lot of you are very giving in personal connections, and you're understanding at the moment that if you give too much, you're depleting yourself. So the wisest thing to do is pull your energy back, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with focusing on yourself. It just isn't. It's just the way that some things have to happen, the way that some things have to be. I feel like you're gonna spend more time focusing on your health, focusing on your finances, focusing on the other options that might exist there. You're gonna shift and rearrange things, just like I'm rearranging my hair in your reading. You're gonna rearrange things. I also noticed that the light is moving very strangely in your reading compared to group one. So I do think that, yeah, a lot of changes, a lot of situations where you are going to try out different things. You're going to just be a bit more, you're gonna try out what it means to be happy with yourself. And this is a really beautiful period in your self-development, in your journey. It's like you understood that wanting to chase other people, wanting to be in connections, doing too much for other people is not working out for you. There could be a codependent pattern here that you need to hear as well. So you're just going to decide to walk away from the drama, and you're just going to focus on yourself. And from this place of healing and self-interest, but in the kindest, most compassionate way possible, you will manifest a partner that will be able to see you and intertwine with you and spend time just hanging around with you, getting to know you. Yeah, so not so much about the erotic aspect, but let's see right now what the oracle cards have to say. So for group 2, building, atoms, time, discipline, and speed, movement. Oof. So this talks about Mars, Saturn, and Capricorn energy, because building for me is Capricorn. We are dealing here with an individual that is going to be very focused on the way they think about relationships, the way that they, what do you find safe in personal connections? Where do you like to root? I think that for a lot of you, with Virgo and Pisces here, being helpful, being kind is your modus operandi, it's your default in life. And I think that you're now deciding to be a little bit more selfish, to be a little bit more focused on yourself, because you can focus on a lot of people all of the time, but who's going to focus on you if you don't do it, you know? And it's your life to live. It's your responsibility to take care of yourself. So I feel that there will be a period where you'll be exploring a lot of the erotic energy in your fantasies. This situation will require some time for you to open up again to a sexual connection, but I do think that the outcome is actually quite a good one. Let's see what the Oracle de Fleur Nocturne has to say. Yeah, you're going to decide to conserve yourself, conserve your energy, pull back into yourself. Wow, this pullback energy is also happening for group 2. It does speak about a leap forward in self-worth. It does speak about, I'm not going to take foolish risks, even though we have the Fool here. We had it earlier, right? It's not about just jumping into situations and, yay, let's see what happens. This is more about, yeah, conscience. It's lunar environment. We see the Easter Island totems here in the background. So this is about finding a sense of meaningfulness, a sense of stillness and peace in being by yourself, being single for a chance and seeing how that works out for you. And I think that you'll discover that this is going to be a really pleasing period for you. We're generally going to have the time and the space to consider, what kind of partner do I really want to be with? What kind of relationship do I really want to be with? And create it. Because I think the majority of you were just reacting to whatever came into your life. And most of the things that arrived into your life were karmic situations, lessons. But now it's like you're taking time to pull back into yourself and you're understanding, I hold the key with discipline, with perseverance, by working on my conscious intentions, by preserving my energy and only releasing it at key points, I can actually start building a new world into being, a world that can really work for me. Beautiful. That's what I had for you, group 2. I really hope you have enjoyed this reading and it has inspired you, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Hey group 3, welcome to a PickACard reading on the topic of intensity. What has been shifting in your erotic sexual energy? This is for those of you that were drawn to this rough honey calcite crystal or to the romantic tarot. So let's find out, what has this slow starter of an energy in 2022 been changing in your energy, especially in your sexual energy? So Spirit, could you please show me the energy of group 3? You're a bit secretive. You're not revealing to many people the changes that you're going through. I think that there is a lot of internal pleasure. There is a lot of satisfaction that you're experiencing at the moment. I feel like you're just walking out in the sun and you're like, I'm just so happy to be alive. I'm just so happy to be healthy. I'm lucky to be me. We have the sun blocked. And this talks about not radiating outward to please other people, not being this bright star that attracts a lot of people towards you, but pulling this energy into your body. This is a lot about exploring things inside of yourself, exploring this radiant energy within, allowing your heart almost like to turn into this golden orb that illuminates everything from within. I'm really sorry about the camera trembles. I'm not sure why my camera tonight is a little bit shaky. It could be that you might also be pleasing yourself in this period, kind of testing potentially some new sex toys that you have acquired or some new techniques, maybe indulging in erotic movies. And this is in a way kind of getting you to enjoy your body again, especially if you guys are recovering from an illness, or if it's been a period when, you know, it's been a while since you had a sexual partner. It's like you decided to take matters into your own hands and in a way you're exploring this aspect of pleasure. Some of you are actually preparing to make love for the first time or to have sex with somebody that maybe you're crushing on. And I think that this period of self-exploration at the moment is giving you a lot of pleasure. And that's why you like to keep things secret. It's like, you know, you don't want to talk about it with everyone else. You just want to keep it for yourself. We have here The Three of Cups, so the opportunity to have fun, to party, to go on a date, to go out, to meet up with friends, you know, to hang out with people that you enjoy is coming. We also have here the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're done with resting. You're done with isolation. You're done with... I feel a lot of you are recovering from a sickness. So I'm not sure if you had COVID or if you're recovering from maybe an injury that has kept you bedridden for a while. But I see very clearly here that you're not in a mood to sit indoors with a warm cup of coffee or tea or hot choco. You want to go out and you want to party. You want to manifest yourself. You want to celebrate. Maybe you guys actually completed some exams or completed your coursework or you got a degree and you're like, oh, I just want to celebrate. I'm done with this sadness. I'm done with this. Yeah, the sun also talks about you feeling happy on the inside, but the external world around you is not. The sun block, that's kind of like you're keeping this light within because you feel it would be disrespectful to scream and shout of happiness when the collective is so challenged at the moment. But at the same time, it's like you can't hold it in. You want to throw a party, you want to make a cake, you want to get naked and dance on a table. I don't know, you want to like jump on a trampoline. There is a feeling here, you want to go swimming and drinking cocktail out of a flamingo or something. There's just a feeling here of just doing something fun and careless and just living to the utmost, to the extreme. We have here the Death and Rebirth card, Scorpio energy. This talks about putting an end to a part of your erotic energy that wasn't working. Maybe you tried chasing the wrong people. Maybe you tried expressing your desires towards individuals that just did not reciprocate, and you're making a love funeral for them. You're amening them and putting them into the ground because you are ready to unleash the beast in a different direction. It's like, I tried, it's not working. I am going to make peace with this. I can't do anything else. It is a little bit of a painful process because the Death card, and this is something I haven't seen a lot of tarot readers explain in such readings. The Death card talks about a painful transformation. That's why it's Scorpio energy, it's intensity. So I feel that you've won this PickACard reading in terms of intensity. This is a lot about transforming by burning something, by having like a really ugly cry, by having a very painful conversation with somebody that you are opening your heart to, but they keep rejecting you as you're opening your heart to. I don't know if you guys experience something like this. I hope you won't, but I have, and oof, that burns. That hurts so much. And it's important though, at the same time, when you're doing this, when you're in that process, you're understanding the closure that is happening as you're telling the other person how you feel and everything that you have felt for them. And even though they might sit like this and be like, I don't care, that's exactly the point. That's exactly the process of completing, getting the closure, understanding that I'm talking to an icicle here. This person is like a robot and I feel so much. So why can't I take my feelings and just give them to somebody that can appreciate them? And that's the moment, that's the aha, that's the death, the symbolic death. So you're just understanding that your efforts in a certain direction in love, your erotic energy was spent on the wrong person, and you're done with it. You're done. It's over. I'm through. And you're moving into something better. And I also feel that some of the people that harmed you are going to get their karmic payback. I'm not getting that person that harmed you or did not reciprocate is going to have an easy ride in the coming months. So you don't have to claim revenge. It is being arranged for you. So you can rest assured that it's okay to feel happy on the inside. It's okay to focus on other things while the universe is taking care of the respective person's karma, the person that hurt you, the person that rejected you, the person that acted very coldly as you were suffering. Now, plot twist, we have here the Knight of Coins. So an earth sign is on its way to meeting you. This is a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. Let me pull one more card to see who this person might be more specifically, because I hate to just say all those 3 ones without any clarification. So we have here Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and Aquarius energy or Uranus energy, the Fool. This is a Virgo, so more likely this is a Virgo based on the cards that appear to clarify. And this, or a Taurus that is at the moment having a very strong Uranus transit. So I would say out of all the 3, most likely a Virgo, potentially a Taurus, not at all a Capricorn. So these are the energies that are coming your way. And I feel that this is an individual that wants to spend some money on you. They want to wine and dine you. This person actually can build a whole relationship with you around food. They're very into tasting things. Yeah, so they might enjoy eating in more ways than one. This is a person that is also very knowledgeable about foods, about tastes, about even healthcare regimes. Like the food that we take can lead to a sense of well-being, can also impact our health. And I think that this person is very aware of that. This person is a helper. It's kind of like the universe is saying, we know that you've been through a lot. We know that you've been through this phoenix moment. You had to kill a part of yourself in order to move forward. It's almost like letting go of a person that harmed you was like to the same level as if you are losing a limb, but you still need to keep walking. And the universe is saying, you mastered that lesson. We congratulate you. Here is a person on a white horse. White animals are always good omens. Here is your reward. Here is something to distract you. It could turn into something more long-term, more committed. But I think you just need to focus on the present moment at the moment, because focusing on just being in the moment with this person, sharing a meal with them, kissing in front of a fountain with them, having just a romantic exchange of energies, because this person is elegant. They have this very, look at them. Look at this. They have this very bonhomme kind of energy about them. It's like, let me treat you well. They're very polite. They're very well-mannered, very moral. They will not cross boundaries unless you stimulate them to do that. And I do think that, yeah, you deserve some fun. So be in the present moment with this person and worry about whether you guys will get married when this person proposes to you, okay? It's the healthiest approach to the situation, especially if you've been brokenhearted. So what is shifting in your energy is that you're letting go of a person and moving on to a bright new relationships. Why did I say relationships? Is it more than one? Let's see. 11 when I said, oh, you're manifesting. Yes, you're manifesting more than one person. Wow, this is a really interesting twist. So we have here the Page of Swords. So you're not pulling in only a Virgo or potentially a Taurus of the same age as you, but you're also pulling in the admiration and sexual magnetism of a younger person, a younger man who is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I'm getting Gemini more. Very intelligent individual, very curious. You know how he's holding the lamp here? Very curious to find out who you are and what turns you on, what makes you tick. But with the Sun blocked and Scorpio energy here, I don't think you're a person that really kisses and tells, I think that you're gonna keep this person on their toes. You're gonna keep them guessing. And then we also have the Justice card. Aha, so this is most likely a Libra, because we have the Justice card next to the Page of Swords. So this younger male individual appearing in your love energy is most likely a Libra. And I would say for some of you, this could be potentially a Gemini. This is a person that could work in the field of law. I do hope that you won't have an encounter with the law that you might need to tend to. And maybe for some of you, a small group of you out there, Maybe already you're in the process of needing to complete something law related. It could be just filing in some paperwork. It might just be maybe taking care of a divorce. That could potentially be the death moment. Or maybe it is just some run-of-the-mill administrative thing that you need to hire a lawyer to complete, maybe just signing some documents for work or for your business. And all of a sudden, ba-ba-boom, you meet this younger, feisty, but yet quite rational and quite polite individual. I think you're going to meet two individuals that are very restrained, but yet playful at the same time. Restrained from... They're not going to be very passionate, but they will be intelligent and witty and playful, especially in the way in which they cleverly use words to turn you on. Yeah, this is, I mean, earth signs and air signs, that's what they do. It's like earth signs tend to use gifts and touch and senses and food in order to turn you on, or they want to show off at work, you know, like for example, they want to impress you with the work that they've been doing, what they've achieved, the things that they own. While air signs are more about being witty and clever and making you laugh and giving you compliments and then pulling the energy back to see how you react and then giving you some more compliments and then moving away. They're very playful, they're very witty, inventive. Yeah, there's an energy here of keeping the energy high, keeping it light, you know, not draining the flow of communication between the two of you by putting too much feeling into something. So yeah, there's a very sparkly, beautiful energy. And I think with the Justice card here, you're going to have to make a choice between a bowler hat and a bouquet. So yeah, somebody that's a little bit superficial, but very beautiful as well. I think this is the younger Libra. Or somebody that is more serious. But at the same time, also somebody that is quite logical, quite lives in their mind. So this is the older Virgo, potentially Taurus. Okay, now let's see what your oracle cards have to say about the shift in your love energy. You're going to be quite the magnet. I feel that as soon as you put to rest this connection from the past that has been draining you, you're going to have opportunities to have fun, to celebrate, to party. Let's see. Affinité. This is beautiful. So you're going to have a lot of things in common with these people that you're going to be dating next, with the people that will arrive in your energy. I feel here with the hyena, this is also, you're going to have a lot of fun. I see you laughing a lot and like laughing like this with your head backwards and like really open-mouthed. Let's see, what else do we have here? Intuition. You're going to allow your instinct to guide you. You're gonna let your intuition to take control of the situation. It's like if you're gonna feel good, you're just gonna go for it. You're not gonna restrain yourself. You're not gonna be like, oh, what would this person say, or should I really do this? I think that you're gonna be in the company of two in separate days. You know, you might decide to kind of meet these individuals on separate occasions, trying out your hand, seeing, you know, who might actually end up being my boyfriend or my girlfriend. But I see here very strongly that you will just organically let things flow because you're dealing with two individuals that are very rational, and you're just gonna feel safe enough to just, okay, if they are rational, if they are very organized, then I'm just gonna see how these things flow. I'm not going to take control. I'm not going to be the one that organizes and micromanages everything. I think some of you might have been criticized in the past regarding micromanaging connections, and now it's like you're trying to change from that point of view. Yeah, okay, so we got Préservation, which is the card that appeared for group 2 as well. So yeah, you're gonna be quite slow, methodical about this. So you're gonna go with the flow, but in a methodical way. Yeah, it's almost like when you're building a dam to contain the water overflow. It's interesting. It's a kind of carefully restrained, strategically flowing energy. I'm doing my best here, guys, to understand this energy. But that's the beauty of complex energy. We have here as well understanding. I feel like you're gonna spend some time really listening to these people, like really asking a lot of questions and truly thinking about the things you say to them as well, and how much you reveal of yourself, how much you keep for yourself. Maybe some of you have been in therapy and now you're really trying to consciously change some of the things you're doing and saying and how you're behaving in personal connections so as to not repeat another death rebirth moment. Yeah, another separation, potentially another kind of nasty fallout or a relationship breakup. Yeah, because you're in a very good place at the moment with the sun block and the Three of Cups. It's like, even if you don't feel like you are here, or you are there in the good place at the moment when you hear this reading, you will be. So what do we have here? We have the moon, and this is about darkness. I wanted to say dreaming for a moment. It took me by surprise. The darkness that you've been consoling yourself, living within, grown familiar with, is going to turn into a beautiful dream. Purity, ice. You're going to freeze some of the erotic and sexual energy around you, because you're going to move it all the way up from the root chakra, from the sacral chakra. You're going to move it all the way up to the third eye and the crown chakra. The horse here as well talks about blending your physical stamina, your erotic energy with your mental energy, with the connection with the divine. You're ennobling your spiritual and sexual energy. You're blending them in a very beautiful way. Yeah, speaking your word, voice. You're going to put a lot of your desires into words. A lot of you are going to have really sexy conversations with these two individuals in very separate, distinct occasions. Yeah, you're going to find out the power of your words to turn somebody on, to turn yourself on, and to truly manifest some memorable romantic exchanges. This is what I see is changing for you in your energy, in your erotic energy, group 3. Really hope you have enjoyed this reading, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Ciao!